How'd you like that? Nice coyote, you know, entering me into the YouTube I'm doing here. I think it's a slick little graphic that I added along. So today, what I want to do is I want to cover my Nikon D1. It's it's their entry, official entry into the digital world. I've got film cameras from Nikon and enjoy them quite well. They're built so well camera-wise. So, finding a D1 on eBay, I snagged it up. It it was really very cheap because after the introduction of the D1, there was a secondary D1R or D1X, and that was twice the resolution power. So that sold way better, way quicker than my D1. The D1 though still has all the toughness of all the Nikon cameras that I have. It's a rock solid piece of equipment, and it's a tool. When you put it in your hand, it does feel like a tool, and I appreciate that. I'm very appreciative of tools. If you remember my background, so to be able to carry it around, I don't have to worry at all about that. It's not waterproof though, but I don't have to worry too much about banging it around or getting it dribbled on a little bit. It's fine to do that. So what I want to do is follow on in this. I'll have the specs. There it is, the D1. Tough camera. Um, Incredibly tough actually. It was built that way so it take up the tough life of a camera in the press, the sports, and that type of photography. You know, people were out there banging away in these things to earn their living, bringing photos to publishers so they can be used. Fairly simplistic, much like today's cameras, but just on the big, heavier side. This is multi-display back here, but the battery's going a little flat here, so I can't really show that. I'll try here. Yeah, it doesn't want. Oh, battery went flat here. Uh, so other than that, I mean, the durability is quite evident in this. It's very, like I said, it's very simple. Um, I mean, it's got all kinds of displays on it and everything like that. But other than that, it's fairly straightforward to use. LCD display on the top here. Again, as I said, it's an eBay purchase, and I got for a really reasonable price. So it's one of those prices so cheap that this is going to be, I don't want to call it a sacrificial camera, but it was going to be a camera that had a lot of punch to it that I can take it out and not worry too much about it. It didn't cost much, so I can't worry about it then either. But it's, as I repeat, it's darn heavy. It's a real beast to carry around. So Nowadays having phones with the capabilities that they do have, I mean, people would opt to carry a phone around versus the weight of this. But as I mentioned in part one here, that that heaviness is really a benefit for me. As I get banged up, I really want something I can really put my hands on, bite down on. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that. Again, my Nikon D1, and it's not very fancy, very durable though, and something I personally don't have to worry about carrying around. As usual, enjoy YouTubes. They're a real hoot to construct like this. So I hope everybody enjoys that. I know personally I enjoy watching them after I'm done. So be well. Be happy, of course, and be careful. Make sure you be careful in life. So thanks again. Take care.